Hey, mamas, it's your girl Carrie, and welcome back to a Mom Wife Career Life, your Monday mindset reset where we ditch the pressure to be perfect and trade it in for clarity, calm, and a few deep breaths. Even if those breaths happen while you're in the school drop off line, mentally building your grocery list, or wondering if you've moved the clothes from the washer to the dryer. As we're entering a new season, well, two new seasons, the new school year and fall, there is a lot of changes that happen, and it could be hard, especially when you have little ones. And that's why routines are so important, not just for your family, but really for us moms. Routines create structure, and structure really takes such a mental load off of us. And that is what we're focusing on this week, starting with this week's quote from Darren Hardy. A daily routine built on good habits is the difference between success and failure. Now let's jump in and break it down. Welcome to Mom Wife Career Life's weekly empowering episode of Monday's Motivational Mindset. And you know what that means. It's time to kickstart your week with a boost of inspiration, positivity, and a whole lot of motivation. Working moms, I get it. Mondays can be tough. We all know that. But they're also a chance for a fresh start, a new opportunity, and the perfect day to set the tone for a successful week ahead. I'm Carrie Pat, your host and fellow working mom. Every week, I'll be sharing a motivational quote and we'll break it down, share stories, and uncover the wisdom it holds for our unique journey as working moms. So whether you're getting ready for work, making those school lunches, or just enjoying a quiet moment alone, let's dive into this week's dose of motivation. Let's make this Monday count. This week's quote is from Darren Hardy. A daily routine built on good habits is the difference between success and failure. Let's be real. Routines sometimes get a bad rap. They can sound boring, they can sound rigid, or just one more thing to add on to your already packed to-do list, but here is the truth. Routines aren't about perfection or having it all together. They're about building small, repeatable habits that make life flow a lot more smoothly, so you're not constantly starting from scratch and scrambling to keep up. The reason this quote is so powerful is because in mom life and work, life doesn't usually come from one big magical change. It comes from what we do consistently, those small, intentional choices that we make over and over. Routines are like the foundation of your house. You might not notice when they're working, but you will feel them when they're missing, because without routines, every day feels like you're reinventing the wheel. You're spending more energy deciding when you're going to do something than actually doing it. That's so exhausting mentally and physically. But when you've built those strong habits into your daily flow, whether it's packing lunches at night, doing a quick 10-minute tidy before bed, or starting your morning with 15 minutes of quiet before everyone else wakes up, mom, if you don't already do that, please just start with this one. You're stacking wins before the day even has a chance to throw those curveballs, because it always does. Let's break this quote down a little bit. A daily routine. That means something you commit to every day, not once in a while, not just when you feel like it. And daily doesn't have to mean perfect. It just means showing up for it regularly, consistently, even if it's not perfect. Then built on good habits. This one is key. Your routine is only as good as the habits that are inside it. Scrolling Instagram for 30 minutes before bed, it's not going to set you up for a rested, intentional tomorrow, but laying out tomorrow's clothes, jotting down your top 3 priorities for the day, or reading a few pages in a book instead. That's building your future success. And the last part is the difference between success and failure. That sounds intense, but think about it. Most failures in our day aren't because we're not capable. It's because we didn't have a plan, we didn't have a rhythm, or we didn't have a habit in place to carry us through when our energy, when our focus, or when our motivation just wasn't there. So my challenge for you this week, mamas, is I want you to pick one area of your life that feels messy, feels chaotic, or feels like you're just always getting caught off guard. Then I want to ask yourself 2 questions. What's one small habit I could build into my daily routine that would make this part of my day easier? Then, how can I make it so simple and doable that I could stick with it even on my busiest days? Maybe it's spending 5 minutes after dinner packing tomorrow's lunches. Maybe it's reviewing tomorrow's schedule while you sip your coffee. Maybe it's doing a 2-minute tidy of your bathroom each morning. We are blessed to have our own bathroom, but when we were in Ireland, we stayed in the Airbnb. Every family had their own bathroom, but we shared one bathroom between the 5 of us, and it brought back a lot of memories of everyone trying to brush their teeth at the same time, or me doing the girl's hair while Russ was trying to shave. And if I didn't keep that bathroom tidy, Lord help us. So whatever your biggest pain point is, choose that. And it's okay to start small. In fact, Small is sometimes better because it's less intimidating and something that you're more likely to stick with. And here's the secret. Once that habit is part of your daily routine, you won't even have to think about it anymore. It will run on autopilot. It'll free up your brain to focus on bigger, more important things like enjoying your family, hitting your work goals, or maybe even finally reading the book that's on your nightstand. Your routines are those quiet heroes of your success story. They just need consistency. So build them with good habits, protect them like they matter because they really do, and watch how they quietly change your days for the better. I'd love to hear what habit you're starting to build into your routines this week. Come on over and share it in our Facebook group, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms, so we can cheer you on and maybe even steal an idea or two. And make sure you come back tomorrow and hear the 7 routines every working mom should have in place to keep your days running smoother. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat. Before you go, if you found this podcast helpful, I would be so grateful if you would take a minute, go on over to iTunes and leave me a review. If you have other stressed out mamas in your life that you feel this podcast could help, take a screenshot of this episode, post it on your Instagram stories and tag me, and let them know that they are not alone and they can create balance in their life too. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or you just want to connect, DM me on Instagram at mom.wife.career.life or come on over and hang out in our free Facebook community, Work-Life Balance for Working Moms. Sending you so much love and light until next time on Mom Wife Career Life with Carrie Pat.